There we go. And shooting beat times. Should probably. There we go. I'm actually tired of our roll, so this doesn't help me any. I'm not gonna bother. Good morning. Whoever passes for morning.
Good morning. Rest okay, not okay, somewhere in between.
Yeah, somewhere between, probably. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat some breakfast. Fuck, I'm hungry. It's a real. Those blue apples are good. And some protein. Good morning. You doing alright?
For the most part.
That's good. Sorry. Sort of yawning. I could always use more sleep, but nope. Nah, that works. Unfortunately. Oh, I wish we had a gym in here or something. At least a treadmill. Oh, I need something to wake up.
Run against the wall for now.
Against the... Why?
Closest thing to a treadmill, isn't it?
I guess here it is, yeah. Sort of. Oh. What are the odds they'll send us to a third place that's abandoned again? Excuse me.
Probably pretty high.
Yeah, it seems.
Things considered.
There's been a lot of those disappearances going around lately. And more and more common. It's a strange thing. Those blue ones are pretty good.
They're fine.
I have to wonder if they're sending anyone else out on these missions besides just us. Granted, on the one hand, I get it. You don't want the trainees to do anything too dangerous. Ooh. I don't think they'd be too
We're
worried
also
about
supposed to be a special task force, aren't we? So
that. Pretty
to
much.
send us on a bunch of random stuff, I guess makes sense.
Yeah, there are skilled. Like, what do they want us to
I
go?
just kind of wish it would be planet side already, so I can start doing something instead of staring at ash or blood.
Yeah. That's true. Maybe they want us to get our investigative skills up or something.
Something happened?
Oh, that happened the last time.
No,
we
just...
Something happened the last time we were out. An abandoned city this time. Well, not abandoned, it was just gone. Everyone was just gone or dead.
Not there.
Yeah, weird technology laying about. Destroyed space elevator. Signs of struggle. Giant ass claw marks.
Well, that sounds pleasant.
Yeah. Who knew the rebels had this in them, or whatever group decided to fuck with us?
Well,
Or we may a bet to see if we get sent to a third abandoned place in some colony. Or hell, maybe another space station.
Well, it would certainly set a trend.
It really would, wouldn't it?
A slightly disturbing one, but a trend nonetheless.
Yeah, true.
It's unfortunately a trend that I can't punch right now.
True.
Well, you could probably punch a wall. On the abandoned station, I mean.
It didn't solve anything. No, it'd solve your uneasiness. Or your desire to hit something, but not the main problem.
Like I said, I kind of wish they would just send us planet side already.
I mean, we were planet side last time. We're on a planet.
You know what planet I'm talking about.
Yes, I know. Trust me. Hell, maybe this is just a preemptive strike.
A preemptive strike using what? The abandoned colony? Or an abandoned city?
Are you saying that
Sorry, I'm not sure if I understand everything.
the abandoned colonies are because of these people on the origin planet?
Could be. We have no idea.
That would have been my
I highly doubt it.
I mean, true. But I don't like to leave things
Don't
off
they,
the
like-
table just yet.
Aren't they Didn't Intel say that they're kind of just on the planet and nothing else?
True, yeah.
Considering we came from the planet,
Mm, they might not. They
and
might
we
not.
haven't encountered them since.
They might not have
that
something.
time.
They might have something we don't. We have no idea.
Maybe.
Some weird means of travel that don't involve physical. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they can teleport or phase it through.
I'm pretty sure a lot of our stuff can help too.
Yeah. I don't know. Just a weird thought.
Never know.
Very true.
Like I said, just need to get planet side. And we'll have all of our answers answered.
No, based on what Intel's told us of current technology, wouldn't we just wipe the floor with them pretty much?
I
that's
don't
the
know
only
anything
metric
about what
that
they're
ever gets
having,
measured.
but if they are in superior technology, then why aren't we just on there already? Why are we spending time doing nothing?
Good question. Clearly, the Empress and the higher-ups know something we don't. I don't know otherwise. Why we're training so much. I mean, if they're confined to just the one damn planet.
Like I said, I'll be very, very disappointed if when we go in and actually start fighting, they're a pushover with all this buildup. But who knows? We'll have to see, I guess.
Could you imagine the look on their faces if we just showed up with a whole armada over the planet?
Aren't we not going to do that?
I don't know.
Do we have enough ships to actually make something like that impactful and not just a whole bunch of dots in the sky?
Don't know. If I knew that, I'd be in the Navy, which I am not.
That is fair.
Yeah. I thought about it, though.
It would be a fascinatingly large amount of ships to be able to do that.
To, like, what, blot out the sky, or just be noticed?
Primarily the former, but the latter would still require a large number to
I
get
mean, it
close.
depends on how close to the planet you're at.
And just show up in low orbit.
Exactly.
Just find the biggest city, appear in low orbit, and then...
Nuke it.
Surprise! Like, we're back. I don't know. Hello, welcome. I saw you over there in the corner.
By the end of it, when they're taken over, they'll just be part of Tartarus anyways, right?
Depends how much of a fight they put up. After the fact, I mean, yeah, probably.
Isn't the whole thing from the history books we've been learning is we essentially take over a place, then give it citizenship,
Yeah.
and then basically just start protecting it,
I mean, yeah.
and or being... They just become citizens of Tartarus. That's why we have, like, hundreds of colony planets.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm curious as to why now, all of a sudden, we decided to take on the origin planet.
I have no clue.
Hmm.
I have no clue of what's even going on there. Whether or not we've sent scouts, or whether we're just all still in preparation phase.
Fuck, maybe we're the scouts.
Did they even give us a deadline for when they want to send us planet side?
I don't think so. I remember asking,
I
like,
remember hearing some hubbub about within the year, but
Yeah, because they launched this Phantom program, like, what, a couple months ago that we've all been a part of now?
mm-hmm.
I should probably go wake some up.
I'm curious how you
you
do
don't
it.
have any standing orders for today or anything, right?
Something was mentioned, so they might have something, but I don't know exactly.
I'm curious how I wake Soma. I just knock on the side of her wall like a normal person.
I'm just wonder how much she'd sleep if we just let her. Well, morning.
Morning.
You up? You been moving? Just shakes the bed a bit. Up.
Man, she's a heavy sleeper.
I don't think it's appropriate for you to be in the room, at least.
So I'm leaving.
Everything okay?
Everything's fine. Just took a bit of time to wake her up.
Fair enough.
Those are good. In about a half hour, we'll set things up. Sugar blender.
So hello.
Mm-hmm.
Pairings.
Ouch. Yeah, Captain. No. Yeah, but yeah, Captain mentioned something. Another assignment for us.
That's what I heard you say earlier.
Yep. I'm thinking one of us might win that bet.
Which bet?
Now, abandoned place or not? Actually, it was less of a bit more in agreement.
I was going to say, I didn't bet any credits.
True. God, I'm still getting messages about fucking paperwork. Leave me alone. Damn.
About your spaceship's extended UT.
It's always the junk mail and shit. I don't even own the damn thing.
I wonder if the captain ever falls for one.
I like to say no. But we did have to go deal with her paperwork mess for her, so. I never did set foot in there proper. That was more you guys. In the beer crack building.
What about it?
Nah, I never got to really set foot in there.
People wore helmets and cowered. And then someone burned paperwork.
That was you guys, I thought, that burned the paperwork.
I warned about the fact that I could burn paperwork, which caused more paperwork. I don't think I actually burned it.
I remember hearing someone did.
Someone definitely threw some paperwork off the side. I think possibly burned some. A little hard to remember right now.
No, trust me, I get it. I just hope this time, wherever we're going, it's not raining or night. Just hope it's somewhere nice.
What, you're hoping for a spa?
Man, a spa would be nice. No. Be somewhere I don't get drenched. Oh, that's cute. Ah, fuck, that's really cute. God damn. Morning. You're right there.
Tired.
You're always tired.
More tired.
Why?
I just woke up.
I mean, yeah. Alright, stupid question. Sorry. Don't worry, give it some time. We'll have something to wake you up proper.
Sounded like you don't have any clue where we're going, just thought we're going somewhere.
We're always told on the
Isn't
way
that how it
there.
typically is.
Yeah. More often than not. I wonder if we'll encounter the claw marks or the dust this time.
Maybe it'll be some
be
secret
something.
third thing.
Secret third thing.
Yeah, no, a giant monster dragon that grabs people, melts them down.
Who's to say that the last time it wasn't a giant monster dragon?
I mean,
And at the very least, it would have had to be several large monster dragons.
True.
I was going to say the last thing had technology. I don't know if there's a robot dragon in there.
What would be the benefit for a robot dragon? Why'd you not make a big robot?
Big robot dragon. Maybe there's some idiot out there that never grew out of their dinosaur phase.
See, now you got me thinking what type of dinosaur I would make into a robot.
What's a dinosaur?
Good question.
Surely we'd know.
What are we? Fossils.
I mean,
Extinct
I come
species.
from a colony planet, and then for the rest of my time lived on Tartarus, a space station.
We know about fossils. I know that much.
We'll put a pin on it for later.
We'll just call it extinct big reptilioid species.
Wasn't there a monster in Cold Steel that was Big Scary Dinosaur? Like, that was its name, word for word. So technically they are a subsect of monster.
Homeworld, not necessarily for Tartarians.
That's true.
Man, what kind of
Again,
giant? What kind of giant? What
we're
kind
going
of
to
giant?
put a pin on this conversation for later.
Okay.
We're moving on now.
Yep. Never understood how they make a flower taste like pepper.
I mean, technically, peppers are just a more mature stage of flower.
That's true. I have to wonder if Julian's gonna be joining us. He's usually around, unless he's got another therapy session today. You think therapy's gonna be enough for him?
How much convincing do you take, or do you think it would take to watch in on one of those? Also, no amount of therapy will help that man.
Yeah.
Wait, on one of what I think I missed. Said.
Hmm?
I think I missed what was said.
No.
Are you all trying to watch it on?
Of Julius's therapy sessions.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, the man thinks his father's alive and standing right next to him, or around him basically at all times. That's a level of foobar I don't want to touch.
Yeah, maybe that's one of the ghosts.
Shit, probably. How many ghosts do you think he has one around his head?
Depends on what kind of ghost we're talking. If it's vengeful spirit types, I think probably the number's too high.
Yeah. I swear, if he causes
Pretty
this,
sure you'd find a way to kill the vengeful ghosts.
just double dead ghosts.
Super death.
Can ghosts turn into ghosts?
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, if a ghost can have a ghost, then wouldn't that mean that there's a ghost, so on and so forth?
It's just
I
never
think he's
ending.
inventing new ones every day.
It's just a never-ending spiral of ghost, death, and rebirth cycle.
Ghosts of ghosts of ghosts.
My
Ghosts.
God.
What's this devote to?
Maybe it just throws an extra O into the name.
Ghost.
So eventually you just have ghosts.
Ghost. At some point, they're gonna have to start using integers like ghosts to the 1e to the negative 20.
That'd certainly be interesting.
Wouldn't that make it a fraction of a ghost?
Fuck, would it?
Yes.
Well, can't if you can have double ghost, couldn't you have a fraction of a ghost?
How would you even get to
I'd like
fraction
to
of a
think
ghost?
so.
This is going to be
that what I
this
Hit
is
the
going to
ghost
sound
hard enough?
really bad.
That'd be backwards.
This is going to sound really bad, but wouldn't that be the ghost of someone in a wheelchair?
No, that'd be a full ghost still, but they're in a wheelchair.
Are the souls disabled too?
That's fucked up. I swear, if I become disabled, you better heal me before I die, or I swear to God, I don't want to be a disabled ghost. What the fuck?
Dear diary.
I
my
mean,
colleagues
can't
are
really do
talking
much
about
if you're chopped in
disabled
half.
ghosts.
I mean,
Then you'll really be half the man you are.
Did you know that 4 out of 3 people are bad at fractions?
Yeah.
He got it.
No, I fully understood. That one I'm just disappointed at you.
Why? slow head nod at me. I won't accept this. This is where boredom leads us. Talking about disabled ghosts and fractions of spirits.
Apparently.
Well, logically speaking, if a ghost could have a ghost, it would be a fraction of the ghost.
Do you think they have ghost politics?
Like, but actually, now actually thinking about it, considering a ghost leaves behind, like, someone becomes a ghost, they leave behind a body. Right? That means when a ghost dies and becomes a ghost, does it have to leave a part of the ghost behind to become a ghost?
Are there zombie ghosts?
Can there be dead undead?
That's just a double negative. If they're dead undead, do they just make them alive again?
You could probably ask the undead.
No, what I'm saying is a dead, so a ghost.
Right.
But if they're a ghost being an undead dead.
I'm sure the undead quarters of Tartarus would love to answer these questions.
If they
Do we have
find
those?
Yeah.
The headquarters?
There's a... They're not headquarters, just
The
quarters,
undead
you know,
quarters.
Are you
like-
talking about like
place
the
of residence.
undead quarters? Got it.
I think
Well,
they
I know we
like,
have vampires.
I think they find it pretty offensive. It'd be funny though.
They've been around for long enough. I think some of them will get a laugh out of it.
Oh, it'd be funny as fuck, don't get me wrong. Can you have vampire
Maybe it's
ghosts?
some big philosophical debate they have that we're accidentally tapping into.
Shit, I don't want to get into dead politics. That sucks.
Leave
It
that
goes
to
on
your
for centuries.
imaginations.
God, undead Thanksgiving must be a bitch.
I mean, wouldn't it be similar to dealing with other long life species like elves, where
Yeah, true.
something that they think is short takes like 3 days?
Oh, it's just a short jaunt. That's about 100 years. That's nothing. It's a blink of an eye.
Or a short song taking about 6 hours?
That's just a musical. That's literally just a musical. A very long musical, but still a musical.
Well, again, that wouldn't that be, you know,
No, you're right.
short in comparison? I know my race has a varying degree of long, lifespans.
Hmm.
Probably most because half of the time die before natural death.
Nah. I think that's most in the Empire. Like, let's be honest.
Just tends to happen when you have a bunch of hotheads. That's literally genetical.
Yeah.
Hotheads, but not in the literal sense.
Not say literal or
Except for me, I
metaphor.
guess.
Yeah, for you it's literal. What about you, Soma? You guys normal or long-lived?
Could live pretty much indefinitely, as far as I know, but it sounds boring as hell.
What the fuck? Is that just biology, or?
Yeah? They are dragonkin.
No, that's fair. Damn. But yeah, living forever seems boring. Ugh. Who's the oldest of your kin that you've met? Or that you know of?
How the hell should I know?
I don't know.
Ask that.
I'm asking, who's the oldest of the dragonkin you've ever heard of? Well, I was curious.
I mean, that
Pretty
comes
sure
into
most
the
of us don't
question
bother keeping track.
I was going to say, if you live indefinitely, why would you even bother with ages at that point?
Hmm.
It would probably lead to a very big headache for a bartender. Because if your species lives indefinitely, then at what point are you considered adult?
Yeah. What point is when adolescence ends? Probably.
Fair enough. I still have a funny image of poor bartender having to pull out a giant book for all of our varying species lives.
Yeah. All right. This ingredient's toxic to this species. This one is not. This one is toxic, but
I was more of thinking in just general,
yeah.
Legal age of drinking.
All right, you're 12 years
But
old.
then you get onto
All right.
the fact of
Yeah, you're 12 years old, but your species lives to be 30, so you're almost at midlife.
But I couldn't imagine a 12-year-old having a midlife crisis.
there's some species out there, I'm sure.
For a lifespan of that short, you need like an incredibly high metabolism. You just burn through energy so quickly.
I do eat a lot, yes.
Well, does that mean you're gonna like
My own
dying?
species only lives to be maybe 40 years old at the most.
Oh fuck.
Most tend to live into their mid-30s.
Ugh.
So, it's just a little short.
So you're here for a good time, not a long time. Got it.
Let me just sort of shut off one day.
Ugh.
Might I ask,
Which
what
I
is your
mean-
species? If you don't
Yeah.
mind.
I am of the Tarlon.
I don't believe I've heard of.
There's probably records somewhere in
Sounds
various
familiar.
archives. You might be more familiar with the nickname Tartarian homunculi.
Ah.
That's how we started, but we are the Tarlon.
Fair enough.
I want to know more. There's probably resources somewhere on the ship about it.
Oh, I bet. Bunch of shit all over the net too.
Pretty sure there was a day or two we were taught about that.
Mm-hmm.
Though I suppose one plus side for my race living so short. We live the majority of our life in our prime, so even when we die, we're still exactly as we were in our prime. That's nice.
That's how a lot of my folks prefer it too. they don't like the idea of growing old. So, majority of my kind do their best to die in battle. Whether it's in a war for Tartarus or even over territorial disputes back on the planet.
Blood feuds.
Less of blood feuds, and again, just slightly territorial and slightly just combat for the sake of combat. Think of them like war games.
Yeah.
Except to the death.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna play checkers, but the loser has to die. Oh shit.
Checkers?
I don't know, first game that popped in my head.
Most games are things like log tossing. Rock bashing is another one that's very popular amongst my kind.
What, you bash rocks against each other?
Headbutt rocks until it breaks.
Oh. Yeah, that'll give you
Assumed
concussion.
that
Yes,
must be
a
what
lot
it
of
was.
concussions.
Yes. What, have you participated in any of those?
Couple times.
Do you eventually build up an immunity to concussions, or do those
No.
not work like that?
No, that's not how that works at all.
I don't think it works like
No, concussions are when your brain racks the side of the inside of your skull, which it's not supposed to do at all.
that. I don't know anything about biology, so maybe we just have thick skulls that prevent shockwaves from hitting our brain. Who knows?
I don't imagine.
Or bouncy brains?
I don't think so.
Maybe padding on the inside.
I imagine something to absorb the impact would probably be
Yeah. Let's see.
in existence there.
It is about that time. So Captain wants us to get ready to go. We'll be debriefed on the way there.
So, equipment? Or should we even bother?
I mean, do you want to be caught off guard? I don't.
Might be fun.
Fair enough.
That's how it changed.
Up to you.
Would be a change of pace for once.
True.
At least I shouldn't go half dressed.
It's an idea.
That would be a fair point. You don't know what the weather is going to be like there.
That's a bead, not. It could be. Just damn. Oh yeah, let's bring her along too.
I assume you heard him.
Captain has a mission for us. Figured you'd like to come along.
Understood.
We'll be debriefed on the way there. Bring whatever equipment you believe necessary. I don't believe we're expected to fight.
I will kindly be sending the drum.
Gotcha.
My Tassie cannot handle combat if there is any.
There shouldn't be any. But it was good to be prepped.
can't do
And
anything.
get in there.
That was a lot of words.
Uh,
Unfortunately, I didn't hear any of them.
you came on the ship with us.
Fair enough.
Oh,
You're like, hi, I'm just come here. Oh shit!
Where the fuck am I going? How many weapons?
It's there's not gonna be any combat. Don't worry.
That'd just be the first thing that she'd probably say if she was going. I don't have anything to protect myself. What are you doing?
Why do you have no weapons? The fuck is wrong with you?
Off of the drone's going
I'm
anyway.
working on it.
Mm-hmm. Drone.
Obviously, what you need to do is just sit on top of the truck.
Yeah, no. The
Just ride it around like a sky Roomba.
the Roomba drone.
Oomba.
Alright.
Just
Give me.
just ride the sky
Roomba
Roomba.
drone.
It's just a gunba.
And certainly if we had a Roomba on the ship, it would be weaponized at all times.
Oh,
It would just
100%.
be a question of what weapon is on it at any given moment.
I know
And they
exactly
would probably
what
be the
it
one
is.
making it.
C4 or Claymore.
Solid saber.
No.
Do you have the world set, or
Yeah, I got it.
Because I
It's
need to
going to
clean up
be a
some
landmine.
cat vomit. So if we want to load into the next world, I'll be AFK while
Roomba.
cleaning that up.
Okay.
It's clearly just like an explosive, just like fucking like Lethal Company and shit.
Yes,
It's just
absolutely.
a Roomba with like a landmine on the top.
Mm.
Or
I
proximity
mean, I could
mine,
also
and you
very
just have to
easily
do
see
your
it
best
with
to
a gun
avoid it.
that's just rigged up to shoot whatever it bumps into.
Alright.
I'm just making this character literally a technician at this point.
Hmm.
And what the fuck to do with this drone?
And players have been sent to the world.
Oh, right, this place.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'll wait for everyone to show up and I'll give a quick description based on what was given to us on the ride over. Actually, is this everybody?
No, we're missing Gil.
He said he'd be away for a few minutes as he needs to clean up cat vomit.
Then if that's all, then yes.
Alright, let me
Poor
go.
cat.
Let me go over my notes. This is an older colony that was established for markets and farming. Essentially, it's an agri-world. We had gotten wind recently that the main area of the colony has been abandoned due to pirate attacks.
I'm gonna have to debate on whether or not Val would bother getting in armor then, after hearing that it's been abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
She actually probably would
Fine,
not.
work on your stamina.
She'd be lazy.
Alright, we can either wait for Gil or we can go ahead and get started. Up to you
Poor Val,
guys.
literally travel like that's a big bolt.
I saw that. I saw you, Ghost.
It's a 50 cal.
Just a 50 cal.
Yeah.
He's a little bigger for a 50 cal.
It's Tartarian 50 cal.
I mean, it's a 50
250?
BMG.
It'd be like 250 cal or something.
It's literally just a 50 cal, 50 BMG. Same thing that the Barrett 50 cal shot.
Damn it,
fires.
bot! Do I want music for this? Or, I don't know. I don't even know what music I put on.
Yes, bullet punch.
Yep.
You can punch too.
There we go.
Oh, it's invisible. Oh, it's an invisible wall. Release me! Release me!
Not let us go up to the actual teleport in point.
It's cringe.
Well, why have that there if you can't go to it?
I don't know.
A question for you is,
Like, just put another set of stairs past it that you can't see over.
Or a wall. Just a wall. What the fuck?
Just flew above,
Mm.
but it's not like that's going to be useful for us anyways.
Mm. Alright, do we want to get started or do we want to wait?
I'm good for either.
I'm good to start.
Alright, we're going to get started then. Alright, go ahead and get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Give
At
a
least
girl a
it's
warning
ready.
next time before you grab her onto a ship.
No.
Name's Val.
Fair enough.
By the way.
Just call me A.
Hey, easy enough. So what's your
See,
special?
some damage to the arch thing, but
Technician type things, computers.
that may have just been from neglect.
I don't think so.
Things like
We
that.
might see more stuff further in. Let's take a look.
Looks like we have living animals here, at least. Birds.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting to see mostly wooden bamboo structures with
No.
a bunch of tech. And what was that?
It's just registering
They're
you,
just
don't
scanning
worry.
you.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Now,
We
the
have
question are those birds okay?
electricity and all that here. What's the point of the water wheels?
Aesthetics.
Me too.
Maybe that's powering electricity. Partially.
It's probably one of those hippie
Can't
colonies.
imagine it would generate
So,
enough.
what are water wheels?
Probably one of those hippie colonies.
Well, it's gonna be 8, 9,
Eh,
10. 10 so far.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's 10. And isn't this just one dome, or is this the whole colony?
It's probably just one dome, but it's probably the main part of the colony.
That's what they have on the S.
Pyro the big wigs are.
Hmm.
It's at least
the
pretty.
water is a little too deep to just look out over the edge. At least by walking through it.
It's
Mhm.
not that deep.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't trust myself with that. It's a hell of a drop down.
It's almost like they created their own cloud down there with all the water.
Yeah.
Not just the fog.
Right. Alright, let's take a look at some of these houses.
That one just looks precarious. One little shimmy out of place and it comes down.
Right.
This is again a really peaceful place.
Oh, yeah.
Is most of this rock even real?
Probably taken from the earth below us.
I think if we ask pretty please, we can keep this as more of a main base location, so we can have somewhere to be instead of
That's
Where would we park?
outside the station.
alright. Are we gonna be able to get back up?
No
The
clue,
path
but
over there
hey.
just brings us over, so...
True. Well, we got some wrecked building down there.
I think this is the path over here.
Ah, there it is.
And hard to say if all of this is actual damage
know-
or if it's just a lot of neglect.
As
Actually glad I didn't bring my armor, because if I stepped on this with my armor, I think I would go right through.
probably
Probably.
as you all
It might be
begin to
scarier than you think.
as you all begin to look down at the destroyed buildings and tiles, you start to make out what look like scorch marks.
Okay, that is clearly not neglect.
Yeah.
No.
You
Unless they
mentioned
were
this was
neglecting
attacked by
bombs.
bandits, right?
What's that?
You mentioned this was attacked by bandits, right?
Pirates, yes.
Pirates, bandits, pretty much the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just one goes arg, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They really should fix this bridge. Or walkway.
Mm.
You know, it's really convenient how that piece of house ended up making a perfect walkway there.
True.
They probably did that on purpose.
Where
I'm
did that
just
come
surprised
from
that
anyway?
this is
Don't
all
know.
wrecked down here, but up there, completely not bothered.
Mm. As you look a bit
And you would think that'd be easier
closer
to destroy.
at the scorch marks, you can see that these are actually from directed energy weapons, and others look like deeper grooves of plasma? Yeah, these are plasma marks.
Why were they using plasma weapons of all things?
How'd they get their hands on it?
I expect more the kinetic bullets, not the, plasma.
Hmm.
I don't know how you can even tell that much apart. This looks like things got shot a lot.
Yeah.
This is still mostly intact. Ish.
So what's the difference between plasma and non-plasma based ones, other than kinetic, obviously?
Oh. One's much easier to pierce, one's gonna melt you.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Depends on the plasma, but typically
actually,
if you're gonna use it as a gun,
Considering my
you're gonna
fire
probably
resistance,
melt
would that
something.
make it easier for me to deal with that?
Maybe.
It still sort of is bothering me.
Also,
Area down here is just a different precinct. Was
Don't-
there some sort of...
don't know.
Maybe all those are just decorative.
Down here. Which is definitely much sturdier than out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, considering plasma is just superheated, like, particles.
That's why I'm
When
so
I
surprised the mostly
For the
wooden
most
buildings
part,
are
resistant to plasma weapons.
okay.
I mean, how fire resistant are you?
And we could always take a
haven't
plasma
really
weapon and
tested.
shoot you.
Heh.
Okay.
And the shit. It's like mostly the wooden buildings seem mostly, you know, a lot more intact than that.
Oh yeah, because you're new, just as a heads up. Fire resistant, when emotions go out of control, I burst into heat and flames. Yes, I am a man with children. Do not ask why that happens.
I guess I see why you have the scales now. Either way.
Where is he? Looks like just more of the same. More grooves from plasma bolts and directed energy. What the hell are they doing making pottery like this? That's what I'm curious about.
Looks like it would have been a little market in its own right, but
Yeah.
unless you care about pottery, I don't see anything of value.
Well, I'm assuming the pirates took everything of value.
Do mostly plasma damage?
It's all plasma and directed energy damage.
I'm just, again, I'm surprised a lot of these buildings are still standing. Must have built them tough.
I'm mostly concerned as to why pirates have this kind of firepower.
The stove's
I'm more
still lit.
concerned why they came here with it.
What do they have cooking on there?
There's
just
a
water.
giant pot that's...
Just water.
Oh, I'm wondering if they use this for food or something else. You could use it for a couple things, probably.
Don't know.
Unless this is gas and the wood is just there for aesthetic, then
It's
it has
possible.
to have been used recently.
Could be one of those Everfire type stuff where it's just hooked up to a gas main.
Do you have any information of why whoever...
Just to keep you up to date, this is a market and farming colony, basically an agri-world, that was attacked by pirates before it was abandoned, and essentially you'll find scorch marks of plasma and directed energy weapons everywhere.
Alright, thank you.
Yep.
Did we already check out the notice board?
No, we haven't.
There's at least 2 papers left.
Nothing around back.
Nothing significant.
Doesn't look like it. Just random requests.
I suppose the big thing is figuring out what they wanted here. They came rather packing for some place like this.
Hmm. Well, it seems like they sure picked an easy target.
So, as far as we know, this was abandoned, but the people are fine, right? Any kidnappings or anything of the sort?
After?
I would have to assume probably. And didn't give me much other than that. I'd assume they'd had to take some for ransom. Kind of their shtick.
Could have done it for the food, could have done it for the potential slaves to sell on market.
Hmm.
We have to talk to the people in general, find
At
information.
least inside tells me it's probably a little bit more particular than just a target to target for people and stuff.
Hmm.
Maybe this place had something special.
It could. Maybe some cultivation technology they wanted.
Could have some valuable fruit or spices or the like.
Could.
The colony
I mean, with it
hasn't been
being a
used as
closed and
waypoint.
controlled environment, you could tailor it to grow whatever you want.
Hmm.
Even things that require extremely specific conditions.
Makes it.
It is.
I don't know. I'm just. All we're really finding is essentially scorch marks and holes, right? Nothing else significant that we've spotted so far.
Pretty much.
We won't know until we get actually more data anyways.
Yeah.
It's right
Have we checked what's in any of those crates?
Let me bust one open and we'll find out.
Assuming they're not empty, we can at least get something by figuring out what they didn't take.
You'll find just bits of what looks like farming and construction equipment. Hammers, nails, some power tools. This one seems to house some pottery and other crafts that people would sell for market.
Something about any of this seems, well, aside from the dome itself, obviously, all that advanced.
Hmm.
I would say they seem very aesthetically minded.
Anything in this one?
It'd be great if we get up there, but I don't think there's a way to do so.
This one mostly has stuff for whatever electronics they did have.
Is it attached to the dome, or is that attached?
Final box.
Attached to the dome, yeah.
This one looks like it had various sorts of seeds and dried out vegetation. Looks like something they were prepping to ship off world.
Well, clearly
So
they weren't
definitely not
interested in
farming
growing
people.
things.
Even selling the seeds. Like that's, for some reason, it's still a pretty big market.
No, it's like
Might
spices.
just not be
and,
big enough.
Might be spices and tobacco, maybe.
Well, maybe not big enough for the pirates to bother with us, but
That's depending on however they set up their agriculture. Could just be excess seeds.
True.
There is one other possibility as well. It isn't necessarily something the colony itself had, but rather something that was passing through.
Could be.
I don't know. Local trade route. Possibility of something valuable being put through the port here to another ship.
I don't think we're going to
I doubt this would have been abandoned if it was a single attack, though, right? And at that point, seems easier to target the ships than the colony itself.
That would be the safer
Just
bet.
putting conjecture.
Granted, that's just a guess.
Maybe we can find a manifest? Something that
Arts are
details
usually
what
at least
came in
smart
and
enough
out.
to know.
Shit. I'll have to look around.
We got another little neighborhood area back there.
Right.
Another building that's open.
Even using straw. Buried and dry it too.
Yeah.
Looks like a shed. Maybe a spot for tools.
Raw, but
There's
no
small-
livestock.
No. They could have definitely taken
Yeah. It was like bags of flour and the like as well.
More like a
grapevine feces.
This kind of place reminds me of home back on my colony planet. Nothing too crazily advanced.
Mm-hmm. You got some stairs over here. Actually lead up to something. Or does it lead up to anything?
Those stairs, in fact, do not lead to anywhere.
Roger. No, they don't lead to anywhere, it looks like. Oh, we can't go this way.
And I can't believe it's collapsed in on itself.
That's crazy.
Hey, the pirates really didn't want us to go this way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I want to go that way.
It's interesting seeing
People
some
here
of their
harvesting this bamboo, or
tapestries
They
just hanging over the
cut by the
edge of their
pirates.
shield.
It's not necessarily the best building material, especially in terms of just what's used around the Empire.
I think they're referring to the cuts here.
Oh,
the
yeah.
entire thicket was cut down.
Hmm.
Some of the ones on the other side.
Probably harvested then, considering.
Well, if they're being harvested, why
Bamboo
was this?
itself does have its uses.
Why was this one cut, not all the way through?
Oh, that's obviously.
I don't think this one was
That
cut.
just looks too purposeful.
Right.
This one does not look cut. This one got pushed over.
Yeah.
That was also a very thin thing of bamboo, so it's probably not grown.
Well, let's check this house real quick.
Alright.
If we can get in.
We'll just go around.
There we go.
Don't worry about the pots.
You look around and you find a desk inside with some drawers. There are some papers inside.
If any of the drawers are locked, like she's just going to rip it open.
You
regardless.
you tear it open pretty easily. Clang, clang, clang. The lock goes on the floor. So you look inside the now broken drawer. You look through the various papers, invoices, a love letter, something about taxes.
Boring.
Edith's house?
Something for you to burn. Selma.
Who's that towards?
Tax paperwork for you to burn.
The
You know, I shouldn't be
subscription.
surprised they make them do these even out here.
Not a subscription for an off-world smut magazine? You throw that away.
Just burn that now.
And a manifest for one of the outgoing ships.
Well, anything else?
Nothing else really of note. Other than the manifest itself.
Dude needs to stop subscribing to just random ass scam stuff.
Something about Water Wheel's extended warranty.
Alright, just threw all the
Why
rest
do
of the
we have a
paperwork
lot of
behind,
water
picking
wheels
up
that
the
aren't connected to like a mill or something.
Picking up the manifest.
picking up the paperwork. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As you read through it, it's mostly taking in some materials that they can't
Fairly
get
good.
on world,
I fucking crushed my toe leaving the house.
and looks like stuff that they're sending out. Mostly looks like stuff, foodstuffs and rations.
Anything else that stands out?
You got some spices going on as well that have been grown here. If you give me 1 second. Hello,
Hey,
welcome
Dor.
back. Got a quick question for you. Would there be anything that the pirates want to hear specifically that they would find at, say, like a ship manifest that they're shipping out? I have it so they're sending out rations for the war, some spices.
Yeah, so the group was this area was dealing with rations. They also were dealing with you can find a ship manifesto that was dealing with like shielding and like environmental
tech.
Yeah, basically like keeping, not terraforming. God, my brain's blanking on the word today. Fuck.
Environmental shielding.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give that as well. Thank you.
Cool.
All right, you find something in the very bottom of the manifest itself, something outgoing from the planet. It looks like environmental shielding technology. Looks like they developed technology here to help they control environments, and they shipped out as well.
Possibly could be what they were looking for. Some environmental shielding technology.
Interesting.
Looks like it
Wouldn't
got
that be
shipped
what
out
the dome
before the
is?
raid happened, though.
Looks like. I wouldn't be
Does it
surprised.
say where?
Does
Where
it say
to?
That in itself would go
where are they
for
going
a
to?
lot of money.
Where is this technology being shipped to?
It looks like it was being shipped to more of the
Whoever's
outer
willing to get it,
colonies,
and have their
the more aggressive colonies.
Well, if it's
Okay.
shipped, that means
Like the
it's
ones that are
happened
dealing with like
before
more
the
like
raid happened.
electrical storms or
Otherwise, it
Okay,
wouldn't be on
yeah.
the manifest because they
there's
wouldn't have
also
time
another
to get
location
raided.
in there that you
I
can
highly
see
doubt someone's going to sit there
that is completely
to write
redacted.
things out.
Redacted area? Okay.
Some
Yeah.
people are
As they're
too
being
dedicated.
shot.
Got it.
Even when things are burning around them, they'll still be doing stuff.
You look at the areas that these shipments have been going out to. A lot of them have been going out to the outer colonies on the outskirts of the Empire. Places with more hazardous weather, like big thunderstorms, meteor showers, as well as one redacted area.
Of course, it's redacted. It's
That's
like
something I
one
should probably
zone.
keep.
Someone doesn't want to know. There's to know about.
That's strange. And would they find any bodies around from the...
We got the manifest.
pirate
That's
attack.
Probably the extent we can.
No, it's been evacuated and cleared out. You guys are basically just investigating the damage.
You broke through the wall
Gotcha.
like Kool-Aid Man. I don't know who Kool-Aid Man is, but
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyways, we
Yep,
should
I'm
probably
not
burn
doing
the
it.
rest of this paperwork
They also found a Water Wheels extended warranty paper and an off-world smut subscription.
and we'll have to find out.
Listen, they gotta get from somewhere. There's no tech here. Anything else big to go over besides just?
Blackened crisp on the floor. That much wasn't enough.
There is a. Where are they right now? They're just inside one of the buildings?
Yeah, they're just inside one of the buildings. They're burning some
Okay.
tax paperwork right now.
Fair enough. If they go, are they in the lower area?
Yes.
Okay. There should be an area that's out in the corner
Mm-hmm.
in that location. Like just behind some of the buildings.
Okay. Here, let me share my screen so you can see what I'm looking at.
I'm looking at your stream. I'm just hearing my fucking gross ass voice. while I'm listening.
Isn't it great?
I love hearing my own voice. It makes me totally feel like I'm not.
Something around here.
Manifest still intact, but
Nah, good.
burn the rest of the paperwork just to be safe.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Would it be further back here? Because this is as far as we can go.
Yeah. Just look over by the one building there.
This one?
Yes. Yeah, over by that one.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I delayed
Yeah,
video.
I know. That's fine. That's why I offered to just share the screen.
Yeah. That far, basically the final area of the path, you can go check that building.
This?
Yeah. Should be around the back, I think. Yeah.
Go back through here.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, this building is completely inaccessible.
God
It does
damn
have a little courtyard.
Just look like you're grabbing from something back there.
Hold on a
Wait.
second.
You right, Septimus?
Yeah, give me a second. I think I see something stuck in the... Hold on. What does he have?
He has a armor piece.
What kind of armor piece?
Of course, it'd be in the dark corner behind.
It is an arm plate that has a red stripe down the middle.
It's an armor plate. Is an arm piece with a red,
like one of ours?
with a red stripe down the middle. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I'd recognize.
It's similar.
Interesting. A lone red stripe doesn't really stand out to me.
Looks similar to things we've seen.
Does it look more machined on there or hand painted?
Is it machine or hand painted?
It looks like it's machine painted.
Machine painted, from the looks of it. So manufactured, potentially.
Could we at least recognize the... Is it just like a ripped off chunk, or is it like an actual full armor plate that we could potentially recognize from other things?
For armor plate, or is it just like a piece?
It's like shoulder, bicep to forearm. The ham gauntlet's gone.
So it's something that would be on from here up to here. The hand gauntlet is missing from it. So it's an entire arm piece.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
This is just for clarification's sake. Does it have a white line underneath the red line?
White,
Ember will understand.
white line underneath the red line?
Yep.
Yes.
I see.
There's some sort of info that he knows.
He would. He would.
I don't know.
Single
But he does.
arm. That's not
I also
Anything
have a
different
review for you,
from
Ember.
walking?
That doesn't mean anything to me right now. So you take it with us.
I mean, how covered in dust was it? 'Cause, I mean, it could just been there from
How
before the
covered in
attack even, but
dust?
if it's something that has like
It's
scorch marks or anything like that, it could belong to either
given
a
the time
defender
frame,
or
it was probably left here
one of the
roughly around the
attackers.
attack.
Which was, what, a day or two ago?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
if it's
only a
just
few
an
days
abandoned
ago.
piece of
Okay.
gear, that would be a very odd spot to abandon it as well.
You look at the piece, and it has about a day or two's worth of dust on it.
And how long has this colony been abandoned?
About a day or two. So it lines up with the attack.
I mean, given how in there it was, it might have.
We don't know.
It wasn't on an arm, right?
No, it was just abandoned by itself and wasn't attached to any sort of body part. If it was, I'd be flopping it around all funny like, but no.
Let's try to study.
Were there any witnesses from the colony at all, or no? How do we know it was pirates, or is that just logs?
Well, the people were evacuated after the attack, so...
Okay. Then can probably ask any of them if they're accessible anyway.
No,
See
if they
the
allow us
iconography
to.
is familiar to them.
If they allow us to.
Fair enough. Probably just get sent higher up the chain.
We
Probably.
should have sent the people person.
Do we want to see if there's another side to check, or
Then we can go
now
check
we
it.
just start heading back?
Oh, we can go check it out. Plus, we got those buildings up
checking
top.
out
You know, those buildings up top.
I want to keep hold of this armor. Someone else take it. I'm
No.
not about to be turned into a pack
I'll
mule.
take it.
Ugh, I'll take it.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Leave
I'm
me, I can
sorry,
hold on to
holding
it.
one
Just
piece
let
of
me know.
paper is
Are you sure you're not sworn to carry our burdens?
No,
Listen,
I'm not.
I only handed over the paper in case if I do get frustrated and my fireproof bag fails.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Some free pockets and
Anything else to find, or are those two
pouches
the
if
major
needed.
things?
I don't exactly use. very
That'd
much
be the
ammunition.
major things.
I don't necessarily have
Roger.
The only other thing is if they do
your
go
hands on your
up
weapon
back up top.
Yeah, they're planning on going back up top to that the upper area up there.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you had a choice between having a weapon or holding on to something when somebody else
Oh,
could
so
They
I have a
would-
review for you,
have a
Ember.
weapon.
I would just crumple up the paper,
Let's
keep
see
it in my
fine.
fist, and punch them.
I have
I
to
mean,
keep
because of my
my
race, I'm
views a
definitely
little
always armed.
because I've got the audio on the one, and if I fuck with it too much, I'm gonna end up giving myself audio overload.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, or audio
None of
visual.
your arm left.
So what else would they find up here
Yeah,
of
if
significance?
armed, if you have no arms.
They will find, and I'm going through my thing. They would literally find a older looking energy weapon.
Mmm. Alright, let's go take a look. Just in one of the buildings on the ground.
That bridge looks a lot
Yeah, it would just
bigger
be
than
basically by one of the buildings.
Okay, Roger.
Well, they used it, so just don't group up.
The only other thing that they will find, actually, since you're going there, it'll basically be auto. They will find a very, very meaty Bowie knife,
Oh.
and on the other end of it will be a arm with 2 fingers and a thumb,
Hmm. Alright, let's go
aka
further.
a sanguine hand. And the
Is that a race?
yeah,
Okay.
sanguine, aka elites from Halo.
Yeah, Sankili. That,
Same
Or
feeling.
Thank you. I couldn't fucking remember. I am very, very razzled today.
you're fine. I thought you'd be in bed by now, honestly.
No, there's no point. I won't be able to sleep. I took my pills like a few hours ago.
Okay, well, don't
Butterflies.
take care of yourself.
I wonder if it would be fun to
No,
ride
I
one of the
refuse.
water
I am
wheels.
going to only commit violence against my own
I'm
moral
going
alignment.
to
Be a
kill
good way
you.
to get cardio going.
There, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if death is my
Carter
salvation,
rides
then
in
I
the
shall
water.
fucking rock and party hard for the entire time. So it takes me.
Oh.
Wouldn't be that long.
Also, Sankili have 4 fingers.
Do they have 4?
Too long, too short.
Well, fair
As
enough.
you
Why their-
begin
that's why
to
their
look
hand grips
around
are weird.
here,
Oh
you
right, no, they have the
see
one on the other side.
you see on the porch what looks
I
to
was
be
completely forgetting
2
about
things
that.
that catch your eye.
Thank you. I
One-
appreciate that. So 4 fingers, 2
One-
long and basically 2 thumbs, if I remember correctly. yeah.
One is what looks like to be
It's like
a
having 2
weapon of
thumbs, if I
sorts.
remember.
As you inspect it closely, as you pick it up,
I
you
don't usually
see
forget those details.
as an older plasma weapon.
Oh, I know exactly what fucked me over. I was watching Legends. The artwork for it shows weird
Any
weird
damage
angles.
on it? Or just older?
Any damage on the plasma weapon? I assume it's an energy sword.
Yeah, it's pretty clean.
No, it looks clean. It's just old.
It's relatively
Just flick
fine.
it on.
There's no damages.
Has it been fired recently?
It's actually an energy sword. Sorry, should clarify that.
Oh, energy sword.
No, that would work. Has it been used
it on.
recently?
It looks like it's been activated, yeah.
Any decals or anything on?
Any decals on the sword?
No, it seems like a fairly basic one.
Okay. None that you can see. And there is a second item that catches your eye as well that was nearby the old energy blade. You pick up a Bowie knife, a fairly large Bowie knife, and and holding that Bowie knife is an arm.
Well,
Here's your chance. You mentioned you wanted to
No.
before you
make
swing
it
it
so
around,
floppy floppy.
Nah, true. As you look at the
I
hand,
see the
it's not that of a human's. It looks like it has 4 fingers total, 2 longer and looks like 2 thumbs.
Just
How does
gonna
the cut look
pry
on the
the
end
knife
where it
away.
was cut off?
Would they know what a Sangheli is, since they're part
They-
of I'm saying their empire?
They're considered like outer,
Okay,
basically a species that is
not part of the empire.
supposed to be joining the empire, but hasn't fully.
Okay,
They're consistent of pirates and stuff.
okay, I will say that then. You look at the hand and you recognize what kind of species this is. They're species that are outside of the empire. There's talks of them joining, but they haven't yet. And as you recall, this species is usually correlated with piracy.
And how's the cut? As
The cut looks like it was
Clean
done.
cut?
It looks
I-
like is. Oh, 1 second. I was like they cauterized.
Like clean
Yeah,
cut,
it would
burn
look
cut.
like it was done by the energy sword.
Energy
Basically,
sword.
fight for the weapon, grabs the other one, and cuts the guy's arm
Yes.
off.
ripped off.
It looks like
Yeah, I
it
figured
was.
you got that.
Looks like it was a clean cut. The area where it's detached from the rest of the body looks like it was cauterized. You can surmise that 2 people fought for the energy
This
sword
thing
and somebody won.
Well, whoever had the
Well,
sword seems they won their battle for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Considering I
Does
already
it look
have a
like
big
the armor
fuck
we
off
found
sword.
would fit the arm?
Would the armor
I'll
fit
just
the
keep
arm?
the arm for now.
Nope.
Study
No,
that
it
on
would
the
not.
ship later.
Anyone want a knife?
In fact, that Bowie knife
kinda
is
have a
very
big
much a
knife
human
already.
Bowie knife. It is not designed to fit their hands at all.
Don't really have need for one. Or the sword.
I'll study the arm on
Keep
the
the
ship.
sword as a
And
secondary
what you
in
can
case
and what
if
you can tell from the
this
Bowie
falls
knife
on.
that is definitely for human use. You could tell from the hand that just the way it was trying to hold it, the way it was positioned, it was struggling to hold the Bowie knife.
I wouldn't be unheard of to have mixed race pirates. Or mixed species pirates in this case.
That's possible.
So,
Or
considering
just armed.
Bowie knife,
De-armed in this case.
Mm-hmm.
assume this came from the pirates then.
The energy
Holding
sword,
the
yeah. Yeah, more than likely.
I almost want to say with the cut, someone up here managed to one-up the...
Well, presumably
whatever
that
this
cut
arm
was done
burst
by
into.
this, and then
Pirate
for
guy's
whatever reason they proceeded to drop it.
pirate guy's arm chopped off by his own weapon. It looks like.
Yeah.
Struggle for the blade.
And if this
I
colony
doubt
is
they would do
mostly
that
farming and
themselves
agriculture,
Makes
the
sense. They have
average
a Bowie
person
knife.
would be fairly strong.
They would only do whenever we try to leave something, I would think, besides...
They're still one of our
the shop
colonists, so...
stuff.
Man, fucking hippie colony, man.
They're still Tartarian by the end of the day. If they couldn't put up a fight, they can... They're not exactly Tartarian.
Right.
Not gonna lie, I heard hippie and my first thought literally went to an...
I'm mostly saying, like, this didn't come off of their...
My first thought went to an old
apologies
friend that I
for
use.
whatever reason.
Apologies for not muting it here. Just makes it easier to talk to
They
you.
were probably panicking.
No,
to get
then
out
there's a big
after
delay,
this.
so it helped.
My guess.
Right.
I'm going to actually see if I can Deus
If I'd
Ex
seen any
Machina
blood,
Lambda a
I'd say it
little
was a
bit.
bit more of a bigger battle. But...
Roger. Well,
Uh,
do you want us to head back to the ship afterwards?
Well,
even if there was a
we have one
splat.
Sure,
more
I
side to
will
see
have
if
her
there
just pop
is
down to basically
anywhere
greet
to
everyone.
check, and then
Okay. Yep, they want to check the other side real quick.
that would pretty much be it, right?
Yeah, we can take a look, maybe.
Yeah, I can try and get her in because
Single file, just because the people
she's
up
not
here
exactly
were
the most
Syrian standards crazy.
Lambda, my beloved.
Not that bad of a fall. You might
the
break a
fucking
leg.
cat basically.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Pretty
just
sure
making
I'd
sure
be
the
fine if I
poke.
fell.
My foot is stopping hurting, so I can probably do
That's
the
good.
more nasally voice. I just want to
Well, I'm glad you're...
do something.
I hope your toe's okay.
It all depends on if I hit something on the way down.
Oh no, she's
You
dead.
probably smashed the buildings down there.
Since you are not, since nobody is in
that's not
immediate
nonsense.
conversation. Sana,
think
sana,
looking at the state of them, I'd
sana, sana,
Be
sana,
more
mania.
confident in my own durability than the buildings.
I don't know how my
Mhm.
mom fucking says
no
that super
kidding.
fast.
Mine says at least
Oh, excuse
useful
me.
enough for these
Apologies.
little guys to come back.
A lot of bullshit and a lot of drugs.
Cocaine. It's a joke. It's a joke.
So the penguins, they'd have a bunch of pollinators around.
How dare you make fun of my Cuban
If there's still a bunch of
heritage?
noise, it'd probably be gone.
I'll do it again.
It's not been too noisy recently.
I'll make a fun of everything. Alright. I will join the group in a second.
Roger. I mean, one of my favorite content creators is Colombian, so...
Yeah.
If you know Parrot,
I mean,
Parrot 4chan.
Yeah, I mean, most of us like to just mention if someone's talking about how
Cocaine.
Cubans act. We're just like, just think of Scarface.
Alright. There I am. I'm gonna start walking towards, so I'll meet for a second.
Roger. Let me see if there's anything else on the other side. No. Lambda.
No one I haven't met yet. Lambda.
Ah.
Nice name.
She's our quote-unquote mage.
Unquote what?
The mage arts and whatnot.
Ow.
I
I
didn't
heard beige, and I was like, what?
expect to see you off the ship.
I figured I would come by and provide any assistance if needed.
Oh.
I have an arm.
Oh.
Pardon?
Pirate arm.
I just said I have an arm. Plan to study it just to see about what I could find on it.
Alien species, kinetic style armor plating.
It was cut by an energy sword, so it's definitely cauterized.
Given the grip that it had, I'm assuming weapon. Did you take the bowie knife out by hand?
Yep.
Oh, the colonist.
Given this looks like it probably belonged to some sort of pirate, I would assume that they got into an altercation.
Right. That was my thought process as well.
This
Here's
disarming
what I'm
technique is not...
This is why assuming it's their weapon, the plasma blade. But seems the colonists got to it first.
Mm-hmm.
Are the colonists of this area... No, they're not. The colonists of this area are not trained in martial close quarters combat. Most have general firearms safety or hunting rifles.
Some might have still come here with that ability, but probably not many. But even if that was the case, whoever the pirate was definitely got unlucky.
They were...
There's also... Go ahead.
Processing. There is a standard technique in which certain individuals will relieve an item that will become a fixation for their target. Once the target grabs that item, they will grapple them and use what they intended to use. It is possible that the knife wasn't given up by accident, but was used as basically bait.
That's also what I was wondering, because I didn't see much blood up there.
Odds are he might have survived the injury. So if you come across an individual who is missing an arm, you could deliver it to him.
Ooh, a pirate.
You could sell it to him.
That'd be fucked
Maybe
up.
I turned to food. Either way.
Maybe I'll
as for
beat
the
him
knife,
with
is
it.
it human?
That would be fun.
What kind of make is the knife?
Stop
Can
hitting
you tell?
yourself joke is just right there.
Exactly.
It looks like some... No, it follows standard military practices, but not ours. At least not everything I've read. It's
I'll just keep the
similar,
knife with me for now.
but it's a lot heftier. Maybe it was a favorite type. Any other
Perhaps.
notes?
In the manifest.
The armor.
Shipping manifest.
There should manifest. And there's the armor. Pulls out the arm piece. Not something I recognize. Red stripe with a
Not
white stripe down the side.
Tartarian make. Red stripe.
It's
Red
left in
stripe.
a dark corner behind a tree. So if anything, as some have described, just using their words, could have just been planted there at some point, either or likely during the attack at some point.
Discarded or used as something to give information.
Mm-hmm.
Either
It was
or.
put in a pretty inconspicuous spot.
We don't know per se. It's just conjecture.
Understood.
The best described this spot, it was a little tiny alley where people probably wouldn't go back there normally. And it connected to a giant... So, again, left there at some
I
point.
actually see the tree just over there.
The red.
Convenient landmark in order to give information.
Could be.
Then this manifest. If I understood correctly, shipping locations for environmental shielding tech. one of them being redacted.
One of the locations, yeah. Everything else seems normal.
Here's your bag.
The penmanship is relatively good, but the redaction is mostly using an actual marker.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's something that we can reverse?
You see her just pull up her Omni tool and just lights it from the back. Relatively.
Fair enough.
It's a
I
little
was just about
smudged.
to check if there's anything else over on the other side, too. You actually came at a pretty good time.
I figured I'd check in.
I
I
appreciate
was
it.
honestly mostly looking to see where the colonists had gone. It seems like they're
Aren't they
basically
evacuated?
being stationed. They are, but I just didn't know exactly where they'd ended up.
Right.
You can't exactly stick colonists on a shipping container and just call it a
No.
day.
No! And,
That'd be an interesting service.
no kinetic weapons were really seen or used from the looks of it. Mostly plasma and directed energy weapons.
It sounds
It's
like
either
the
people
pirates
picked
that...
up after, or
I'm assuming pirates.
No, most
I
definitely.
was going to say, I assume the pirates picked up pretty much anything that dropped on the ground, as long as it had a little bit of value.
All that we really found left was pottery, some tools,
Right.
Brain.
random electronics, I think.
I'll have to sit down at some point and look at this a little bit more, but the manifest, at least with just shining a light, I was able to make out a few letters. It said something like Z-E-M.
Zamuri!
You'll probably see after
Oh!
if we can cross-reference this.
Or at least I think it's an E.
You son of a bitch!
With the shipping manifest, is there
All
anything you
one
can
spot,
use
or
to
is that
track
just
it?
3 letters you
God damn it!
Well, it's like the 3 of the most recent, so I'm assuming those are...
Zamuria!
But trying to hold up a paper with your arm like this is kind of difficult.
Hold on.
Can we use...
Hold on, I'll do it.
Lifts your arm a little bit more.
Yep.
Ankles it.
Yep.
Twist it back down.
Yep.
Yeah, I should've
Angles
seen
it
that
again.
coming.
That's...
I
Man,
think
damn
she's having
mind.
fun with you now. You offered. Don't offer if you can't take it.
Zimmer. Zimmer?
God damn it!
Zimmer. I doubt a planet would be called something that goes fast. Where's this a planet? It's hard to tell. This could just be simply location on a planet.
Are we able to use that manifest at all to track where any of the ships may have gotten from shipping? Because some of them are probably still out there, especially if
Most we can do is scan for the materials on ships. Now, to be perfectly honest, it would be very hard for us to get a drop on certain ships.
Right.
To say the least.
I wouldn't be surprised if they grabbed the ship themselves.
My whole...
Scramble the code themselves.
Last question. That redacted name, was that the final, like the full thing you can see, or were there presumably a couple extra letters hidden?
There's most likely more stuff. I couldn't get the numbers and actual, astral locations yet. Though, if I run my tool properly enough, I can probably synthesize it so that the ink gets separated from the paper.
We can do that on the ship.
Yeah.
Given the fact that I'm
Plenty
pretty
of
sure
time
this
to
is
do
at
that.
least redacted by someone, though I'm not quite sure who.
State secret.
But I doubt we get into it.
State secret,
Well,
probably.
if it turns out to be someone higher up for us, we'll get in a little bit of trouble. Or
It's
locked.
locked in a drawer.
I'd imagine
so
if it was
Depends on
that
the
secret, it would be more thorough than marker.
That's kind of what I'm thinking as well. I have a funny feeling they just didn't want it known. Which could have been simply an emergency response. No, Protocol doesn't have anything about keeping locations secure.
Could be something from the Empress.
maybe it's a chance of not really
Might be something just directly
us
here.
getting in trouble. Maybe it's a
Or
worry
someone
that
directly here.
someone will find it and
Could
get
be.
them in trouble. Then
Well, my worry is if it was
perhaps
done
aiding
with
an
marker,
enemy.
if it was done in marker or hastily, perhaps it's a situation of they knew the manifest might be found.
Maybe to hide it from the pirates.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Hmm.
Could be,
That
but
would make
my worry
sense.
is potentially aiding something that
Well,
they
that's
didn't-
another thing that's been bothering me.
Tartarus to know.
These
If they're
these
watching the
pirates
ships
were bold
before
enough to attack
this.
one of our colonies. Why not just wait for the whatever ship they were wanting to, with whatever cargo they had, to leave, instead of attacking one of our planets? It seems bold.
Given
It's
how
easier
far
to
out,
know where it is.
that's another term. But trying to track something down in space is more of a, well, us tactic rather than anything else.
Right.
Well, I think the extra effort would be worth avoiding effectively destroying the source of the supply.
No, to be
It's
perfect.
acting like they're going for the supply that this place makes. Like I said, perhaps they're going after that technology that this place does not seem advanced enough to make on its own.
Given the way this place used to be, well, everything outside the shielding is relatively not great. But you have
would
fresh
had
water
to have known
everywhere.
the technology eventually.
These
Especially to make
people are
someplace like this.
extremely well versed with keeping things alive. Though, to be honest, the terraforming and other things that this colony's famous for, they only ever send that to places that are in dire need.
Maybe
So
one of
if
them had a
it-
bleeding heart, I don't know.
So, well, I understand that group is dealing with their own problems given the history. I know several groups that have been interacting with us over time have, well, been problematic to say everything. But what I don't understand is, why would you redact a place if it's just getting terraformed?
And that's what troubles me. Again,
I'm going to chalk it up to a
My
simple
best guess
security
of
risk
why
until we know
they would-
more.
go through the process of trying to redact something, even in haste, worrying that it would end up with us.
It was
Perhaps it
risky enough
wasn't-
that if it was found, it would be a problem. So
Yeah. We can speculate all you want.
I'd expect the concern is more so that it ends up with the pirates.
And that's my thought process too. Though, we might be able to get in contact with the colonies. I know they're on one of the satellites now.
I was about to say, let's do that. Let's get in contact.
They
from
eventually,
there.
once they get the all clear, they'll
Come back.
probably come back home. From what I understand,
I think,
the loss of life was minimum at best. The pirates were... I didn't see any large amount of death. From what I understand, there was only
Like just a few kidnappings.
maybe
Probably.
like not even that.
Interesting
It was a
plasma
handful.
weapons.
Most people suffered burn injuries and so on and so forth, but from what I understand, the colonists were organized and set on the retreat relatively as soon as the attack happened. I'm not saying that the colonists were involved in the attack,
Right.
but
They seemed like they were well versed in what to do. Which
the only thing...
could speak to their training and preparedness, but something doesn't smell right.
Also, if you're mentioning the lack of death, seemingly even in regards to animals, seems like the only things that were damaged were buildings, even in regards to plant life. The only thing we saw that didn't look like it was damaged intentionally through harvesting or the like was a single stalk of bamboo that got snapped.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like it was more pushed because only part of it was snapped, the other part was still connected, so it wasn't cut by any means.
When I looked at the security manifest, they said that the attack was a burst attack. They were in and out fairly fast. They didn't particularly bother with people.
Just came, smashed, and grabbed what they wanted and then left.
Though the problem is, they did say there was skirmishes, but that's... If it was colonists, we would have seen more loss.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least that's what I theorize, unless there was a military squad here that wasn't signed up, but...
Are you suggesting that the pirates fought each other?
Doubtful. They have a sense of honor. The race that has been mostly involved with this is very honorable. They are pirates, but usually they're a lot more... They like a challenge. Perhaps
I'm not
two.
saying another pirate, but
Could be an offshoot of the group.
We need to talk to the
branched
people
off
that ran from here.
Yeah.
Right.
We need to talk to them as soon as possible.
It's going to be speculation all until we talk.
Pretty much.
The damage you can see from, like, the roofs over there and the like.
Yeah,
do you think that may have been more so due to neglect than...
I don't neglect.
Let's take a look.
I'll take a closer look.
That's the only notable type of damage I've seen outside of
my head's
the
starting
one
to hurt.
area down there.
Like that roof there?
Yeah.
If they were only gone for a couple of days, I thought it's just...
Oh, I thought you were talking about the panels up top in the dome. Some of those are broken.
From what I understand, when they pierced through, it caused a vibration that caused some of them to fall.
And that's what, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Well, my understanding is... There's no impact on the other side. The impact on that roof is too light to be a vehicle.
The majority of the attacks seem to just...
how big is this other species? I mean, from the hand, they look to be fairly large. Could be something.
Big enough, I'm putting on my belt.
Could be something related to that.
But the damage doesn't match. It's more humanoid.
One of ours, maybe, then?
No, it's just like they fell through, or like the roofing collapsed underneath their foot.
There's no true damage. Let me see.
That just looks like holes over there, like someone literally like stomped too hard.
Dropped off from a dropship, maybe.
Biotic signature. It was a kinetic pulse. Someone kicked off the roof. The damage is surface level because it was not meant to damage the roof. It was meant to propel.
More power than
What's
the
over there? I'm not sure if it was a pirate.
Pirates do not have bionics.
These ones, yeah, they shouldn't.
The question is this a quote-unquote well, not really secret soldier,
Oh, that's my knee.
but secret service. Or
Oh,
some
that
sort.
hurt.
Given
Someone
our
was bouncing all over the place. There had to be a lot of them.
Either
given
someone.
how biotics work, the more distance they had from their enemy, the better.
They're probably hopping everywhere.
Well, there are at least two possibilities. Either A, that someone among the populace is a powerful biotic, or two, someone's working with the pirates.
We
Or
have had
3.
cases. We have had cases of natural-born
Yeah.
biotics, but
I'm gonna
usually it
say a
requires
third party, possibly.
Years of training, the right implants.
mostly just
What about this
implants and the
suggestion?
right amount of therapy and training.
Right.
Unlike
One quick
Captain,
suggestion that came to mind.
most are 3 or 4s now.
What-
What are you thinking?
Sorry, I'm just thinking like in the third party aspect of, well, if the person was literally here for whatever was being delivered on the redacted. Like ensuring the safety of the shipment, I don't know.
Perhaps we can sit down in the next day or two and see if we can get some information from the colonists.
Yeah.
Someone would have saw them up there. That would not have been quiet.
That's the next. We also need answers on that drone we found from the city. We got a lot of stuff. And potentially what that giant monster was, or monsters that we saw the aftermath of. We have one spaceship.
Everything I saw had to be monsters.
I mean, we had
One
one.
of them.
Let's go over everything so far. We've had one space station of people being turned to dust after being visited by a high-ranking Tartarian official. We had an entire city demolished and destroyed, leaving tranq darts, signs of giant monsters and machinery all about. All of which self-destructed basically all of their data upon their destruction, so we couldn't get anything. Now a pirate attack going after environmental technology.
They didn't necessarily deep six the data though this time.
There's no data here to get.
I mean, we still have the paper we have.
Yeah,
That's no
right.
Data.
Meant digital-wise.
Also, something I may have found out, and we might have to look into it later, but I'm not quite sure. Speaking of the one colony you looked into, there was an underground system.
No, we saw the escape tunnels.
We haven't fully gotten word of where most of those individuals went, but given everything going on, it might be worth an investigation later, but I'll put in my own report.
Yeah, we'll do the same.
I still agree with the rest here that definitely we can only use speculation.
Yeah.
We need info.
We do. We can speculate until the hate death of the universe.
And who knows, some of them even recorded it. We don't know.
Possibly.
I need to break down this wall with facts and logic.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound
We
right.
can have plenty of ideas, but we can't really set it in stone. Just like science, we
Why
have
do I have a distinct
plenty of
feeling we're about to
hypotheses,
go
but no
into a
solutions.
Speech about a barrier that we need to overcome or something like that.
No, that seems
Wrong
grossly
sci-fi.
flawed and extremely long-winded, and I don't understand why anyone would do that. It feels like it almost defeats the purpose of teamship if they're going on an exaggerated conversation.
If I'm allowed and they have any computer or...
Okay,
technology
Lloyd.
available, I'll go through the columnist stuff when we're there. I can get at least information that way.
We can definitely look into different locations and see what we can pull up.
If we can find the ship itself that was carrying the supplies, that would probably be even better.
I think our best bet would probably be trying to find the pirates. If they haven't targeted
More
the
than
ship
likely.
yet. And they haven't targeted a ship yet. We can easily intercept them.
Yeah.
They also
Do
might
we
have
have
realized that
anything
they...
for remote hacking of a ship if we got close enough?
I mean, our ship does.
Mm-hmm.
I might look
Be able
into
to
that.
shut them down so they won't be able to leave then.
Well, not even
Worst
that.
case-
It's you probably start with that, but get the info because that would scare them first.
Worst
You'd
case
have to
scenario,
figure out the
if we
info.
can get their... If we can get their location and we can intercept them, I can keep the ship stable. Or at least not from moving.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see.
No, we will have...
Let's
We'll
just see.
see what
Let's.
we can pull up.
Yeah. Exactly.
I can handle, like I said, I can handle computers well enough. I can get into as long as I have the. Well, as long as I have the tools to do it, I can get it in and get it done.
Cool.
Remotely or otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I've been punching things to get information.
It's done well so far.
That's not always a bad idea. Trust me, that's not always a bad idea. But I like to go on the more discreet side if I can.
All I know is the eggheads told me to punch things with this. I never hack things occasionally.
Occasionally.
In my case, I'm more so stabbing it, but same idea.
Well, if I have any problems, then I'll make sure to look you up in case it needs to have a bit more persuasive force. Yeah, my first thought is I'm going to look into the pirate arms, see what I can find on it, because it'll at least tell me if there was anything else nearby when it got cut off. A bit more in depth, like literally cutting it apart, everything like that. Skin samples.
I will not be in the same room as you.
Works for me.
Good.
Alright, sounds like we got a game plan then. I think we've found all we can here.
If I find anything, I'll make sure I let you guys know. Just if you don't want to look at it, don't.
I would prefer not.
I know for you. I'm just making sure the others know too.
Icky.
I
Alright,
get back to sleep when we get back, because can't really help with any of this stuff.
that's
One line
fine.
of things I can't really be squeamish.
Don't forget to put your report in at least. At least before you pass out.
Yeah.
Can... I have to do the report. I cannot sleep.
Need a
I don't
hand?
like this.
You'll be sleep later, I'm sure.
I can give you a hand to get it done.
Alright, let's head back to the shuttle.
I can wait on any studying until afterward. I'm pretty sure it'll take us some time to talk to our
Awesome.
locals anyway.
Here, just so everything's all together. Hands over the plasma blade.
Luckily, I can handle techno jargon and things like that, so I'm used to that.
But they have the arm. They have
I'll
the
hold on
armor.
to it.
Why?
My bad. I misunderstood.
I have the armor, yeah.
I
They
have
have the armor.
I misunderstood. I thought you had everything.
I don't want everything. It does not fit me.
Either.
You don't have pockets either,
It
so.
doesn't really
help you
look
with
like
the
you have
reports, I
pockets.
promise.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a bodysuit.
Let's start
It doesn't have
into this.
pockets.
And I
There's some amount
suppose
of
that
birds
pocket?
circling. They must have a pest problem here.
There's no way you have pockets.
Am I supposed to?
Well,
No.
They tend to help.
With what?
Holding things.
Look at what they're wearing. How are you going to put pockets on that?
Back.
Given me lack of proper equipment.
Make this fire
alright, I'll call the shuttle.
the plasma blade.
Ready for pickup. Right.
I need
literally
to make the
reports all
eggheads
the
make
time.
this flame proof if I'm going to be holding on to it.
That's a good idea.
Partially the reason why I've been carrying, you know, non-complex
I will ask,
things so
I'm
it
gonna
doesn't
need a
melt.
room or something when we get back. I kinda got there and I was dragged here.
Oh, you're having to fight for one of the rooms.
I have room 1.
We ending
I
here?
sleep in the.
-3.
I sleep
Do I
with
just
the
need to sleep in the
plants.
medical wing? I can do that.
There's multiple bunks in different rooms.
I know. I did hear about it at least.
I just sleep on the floor with the plants. It's nice there.
And seeing as I've had to do scientific and technician work, I'm used to making reports, so you're in good hands with the help.
Okay.
Don't you also occasionally go and hide in some of the vents?
That would be Dusty.
So no.
I just sleep outside the ship sometimes.
Alright, we're finishing up here, I assume? Okay.
Doesn't sound like a terrible idea.
I will change into Halo 3 Rat then.
Well, at least it'll be peace and quiet for you, because at least in space no one can hear. Oh, you won't be able to hear people trying to wake you up. Keck.
What the?
Your cards, hand them over.
What is that little
No,
one?
I don't think I will.
What is
Pest problem.
Alright.
Seriously, what are you?
Your worst nightmare. Oh, God. My fucking knee.
It's a public model.
At some point
Oh,
along the
I
way,
saw.
my headset started just get tighter and tighter.
You motherfucker.
Oh, my head
Like
hurts.
ZEM. I'm like,
Considering the amount
I know what that is.
It feels good now.
And a
I'm
red
pretty sure
stripe.
soon
I
someone's gonna
wonder
end
what
up
that
saying
could
something
be.
I don't know what that is.
No idea. No idea.
Another group that used
The good
biotics.
thing that so far it's pretty much exclusively been Julius and Val waking her
The
up,
fact
because
that you
if it's
fold.
anyone else, there's a good chance she pulls a weapon out on them.
Like, I had to ask
God,
the
I'm
like, straight
exhausted.
question to make sure I wasn't overthinking it.
Alright, everybody, I'm gonna call it here. I'll see you all probably tomorrow afternoon. I'll see you all then. Have a good one, everyone.